but it's back. It's 16 over the
Good morning. It is Throwback Thursday. Welcome to Thursday. Going to be another beautiful day. Should be back around 80.
Yeah. How about the fog this morning?
Ooh, it is. We've had that quite a bit lately.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
foggy days.
As the temperature adjusts, that's kind of how it works. I mean, you could either have fog or tornadoes. I'll pick fog.
You know, the intersection of New Road and Franklin. Mm-hmm. It's a crazy intersection anyway, but it was fogged out. You couldn't see anything this morning.
Well, remember, I live in Robinson.
Oh, that's right.
I have to go through the circle every day, at least once a day, probably twice, maybe 4 times, 5. I don't know.
You ever go around the circle?
Yeah.
Down there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Every single, and it's terrible. But this morning, coming in the dark with the fog, you felt like my wife and I were talking about. It feels like where the sidewalk ends. The Shel Silverstein poem. It felt like you were just gonna drift off into nowhere.
That's right. You need one of those horns like on a ship, you know.
Little foghorn. Mm-hmm.
We'll do that. We need a lighthouse somewhere in the middle of the circle.
I just need to take the board with me. Out the way, here we go.
So what we're saying is allow a little extra time this morning to get to wherever you may be going, maybe out to work. Just allow that extra time. Be extra careful. Very foggy, but it's going to turn out to be a really, really nice day today. All right, got another local business owner with us today. We got Kevin here, of course, who is a local, what are you, a local entrepreneur of everything?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How's the workout going, by the way?
Oh, it's going well. Okay, so yesterday was the last what they call 50-50, where you can choose like an upper body or a lower body.
Right.
I call it 100-100 because I choose to do both.
Alternate, you
sets.
Overachiever, you.
Don't give me that much credit. But Laszlo actually said it took me aside and said, "Hey, you should have Zach and Andrea come in."
Yeah, okay, let's move along here now. Anyway, hey, I just told you I started going to the gym and hurt my back.
I did tell him that. He said you just need to take it slower. And,
what?
When you have a personal person right there that can help you through, guide you through. It's you don't have to go at 5. They do have other times, 6, 8, noon, later in the day.
I think he's trying to talk. I shouldn't have brought that up. But, yeah, I go to in fact, I've got a 2 o'clock therapy session today on my back. And that guy told me the same thing. He said, Zach, when you started back, how long had it been since you've been to the gym? And I said, probably 5.5 years.
Yeah.
And he goes, did you go back and do the same thing, the same amount of weight, the same? And I go, yeah. He goes, you can't do that.
Yeah. You can't just jump back.
I did it to myself. Anyway.
But there is actually at F45 on Saturday a special fundraising event for cancer.
Oh,
you
really?
come and work out. It's a cardio workout. You come work out, and they raise funds for to fight breast cancer.
And it's going to be over at the Hewitt location?
Yep, at the Hewitt location there between George's and Papa Rolo's.
There you go. So if you don't like your workout, go eat a pizza or have a Big O. One of the two. All right, let's kick it off. We got great music, too, coming up. James Hollingsworth is going to be here in the 9 o'clock hour. But first of all, let's do our national anthem and the Pledge of Brad Strickland is my guest today. And Brad, we were laughing because it seems like the last week or 2 weeks, it has been tall person.
Yeah. You're not a short individual,
but I'm medium.
Right now, you look like a hobbit.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Brad how tall are you, Brad?
6'5".
Wasn't the guy that was here the other day 6'5"?
Right. Yeah. Well,
he was 6'5".
Yeah. And then there was also we had Bald Day. Where
we had one day everybody on the show was bald
except me.
Except him.
I'm getting close, but I'm not quite there yet. Yeah.
Well, I about years ago I hit to that point where I go, I'm just going to go for it, and I did it. Anyway, Brad is here. He is the owner of Patch Master, and we're going to find out what Patch Master is. But first of all, we're going to find out who who exactly Brad is. Where's he from? And tell us about your life.
Yeah, born and raised in Waco. Grew up here, grew up over in Belmead.
So you are an 05er.
I am an 05er all the way. And third generation, my grandmother, which just passed away this year, she was 100 years old, born and raised here in Waco her whole life. So she told me plenty of stories of going down Austin Avenue as a kid and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so grew up over in Belmead, graduated from La Vega back in '87. Left for a short minute, went to the Navy for 4 years, and then came back and went to TSTC for a couple of years and worked at Hillcrest. I took biomed at TSTC and then worked at Hillcrest for 2 or 3 years doing repairing medical equipment.
Right.
And then
so you help keep people alive.
Yeah,
because without you repairing that equipment,
it was really good. I got hired straight out of TSTC. I did an internship with Hillcrest, and they hired me right away.
And that's what you got to say. We've talked about this so much lately. TSTC is great.
Yeah, no, I'm a big supporter of TSTC, especially these days. I mean, to go there and learn a trade and get out and get into the workforce and. So, yeah, it was perfect for me coming out of the Navy. I used my GI Bill, went to school there, and I threw a paper route in the mornings, went to school during the day, and then I started officiating at night. And so I went all the way through school there, and then I continued officiating. I officiated football for 33 years. It's my 2 years ago, I gave it up when I launched Patchmaster. But yeah, so that's it. Got married in the Navy, then came back here, had 2 kids. We moved to Lorena, still live in Lorena to this day. And I worked for HEB after Hillcrest for almost 30 years. Then I got a little bored with HEB, and I've always
Which is also a great company.
It's a great company. Been really good to me and my family all the way through. And but yeah, I was just looking for something different, and I've always kind of been an entrepreneur at heart. Always had side businesses, and started looking at franchises. And Patchmaster kind of fell in my lap, and just checked all the boxes that I was looking for. And so in May of 2024, we launched Patchmaster. It's a drywall repair company.
So you're coming up on 2 years.
Going on 2 years in May, and it's moving in the right direction. Everything's going well. Got 2 technicians out there pretty much doing all the work. I do all the quoting and the marketing side of the business. My wife handles all the bookkeeping side of the business. And,
so it truly is a family.
It is a family business. Yeah, I got my kids wearing Patchmaster gear, So yeah, we do. It's all family business. Yeah.
Now I have heard Patchmaster. So I know it's pretty big.
Yeah, we're nationwide. I think there's even a franchise in Hawaii now. But we have like 10 in Texas. So we got about 4 in the Metroplex. I take care of Central Texas. I cover all the way Waco, Temple, Killeen area.
Right.
We got 2 guys in Austin and 2 guys down in Houston. And then I think there's another group out in East Texas now. So
wow.
So yeah,
what's considered the home office?
Home office is in New Jersey. So yeah, so I had to go up to New Jersey, which that was a first. I hadn't ever been up there. When I was looking at the franchise. Yeah. Went up there and did a showcase day and kind of looked over everything, and then went back up there another week for training. And but yeah, so it's a growing franchise. I think in the past year they had over 20 new franchises nationwide.
Let me ask you a question. By chance, the name of the guy that owns it, isn't his last name Soprano?
Yeah.
Up in Jersey?
Yeah. Not quite, but everybody talks like it up there, So, and I went to a little bar up there, and I could have swore I was walking into the Sopranos when I was up there. And, but yeah, it was neat. It was a neat little community.
Oh, I forget. They're in the garbage.
Yes, they're garbage.
They're garbage people.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that's great. All right, we're talking with Brad Strickland. He's turned from the Pirates to the Leopards.
That's it, yeah.
But you still love the Pirates.
Oh, still the Pirates. I actually serve on the Education Foundation board out there, so still involved with La Vega. And, Yeah, it'll always be a part of me. My mom and dad actually went to La Vega too and graduated from there.
Yeah?
So yeah, we have a family tradition over at La Vega. And,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love the stories that we have over the years to share. I think those are great. One of my favorite La Vega is many, many years ago, Jim and I had the opportunity to go skydiving with the band Diamond Rio. One of their members was big. That was his thing. And they said, Zach, Jim, you want to go with us? And you get to select a winner to skydive with us.
Oh, cool.
So, okay, so we ran a contest, and a teacher from La Vega won the contest. And I always remember that. She went skydiving with us. We went down to Salado is where we went to.
That's great.
Did that. So that was a fun story there. All right, we're going to take a commercial break before we do that, and then we'll come back and talk about what's happening in country music with Kevin. Right now, I want to talk to you about my friends over at Elite Steel and Supply. That's Gary and Tina Smith. They've got metal. That's what it's all about. They have a mill. Fronts up to I-35, north side of Temple. Maybe you want to build a barn dominium. Maybe you want to put a metal roof on your home, build a warehouse, a workshop. Think about Elite Steel and Supply. Fastest job turnaround. They promise that, and they do job site delivery as well. Gary and Tina Smith, Elite Steel. Back after this.
Ready for a better kind of primary care?
At Patient First Direct Primary Care, you get unlimited office visits with same-day or next-day availability.
And instead of rushed appointments, we take the time to actually listen.
There are no insurance hassles, just clear, simple care.
You can reach us by phone or text because access shouldn't be complicated. Our practice has expanded to include Medicare-age patients as part of our direct primary care model.
It's a fresh alternative to the traditional insurance or government-driven systems, care that finally puts you first.
For more information, go to patientfirstdirect.com.
Back live at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Coming up a little bit later on, we'll find out what happened on this date in country music. We'll have live music inside the backyard here on our stage. We'll also do birthdays. We'll do some sports with Cam Stewart. You never know what's going to happen, so stick around for that. Right now, we're going to check in with Kevin and find out what's going on today in country music.
Yes, today or recently. This coming the CRS, right? Country Radio Seminar. They're going to have a karaoke competition that will be held on March 18th at 5 p.m. at the Omni Nashville Hotel, hosted by comedian and radio veteran Patrick Thomas. The winner will receive free registration for next year's seminar.
You know, they've done stuff, and I've attended, like I said, many times I went to that event, and they would do stupid things. One year it was all about 70s disco, and everybody, I mean, there's thousands of people there, so you see about 500 people walking around with fake afros and, you know, high heels and, you know, well, not high heels, but
Platforms, yep.
And then one year, remember when they started doing the clay animation boxing, where the people, and then they would and then they would do celebrity boxing and stuff. Well, they did one of those one year. They're always thinking of good stuff to do. It's a fun event for anyone that's in radio community, whether you're a record guy, you sell equipment, you book artists, and everybody who's anybody in country music is there.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
Speaking of anybody and everybody in country music, Jason Aldean will release his new, we talked about, who was it? Luke Combs the other day, new album. Jason Aldean is releasing his new 20-track album, Songs About Us, on April 24th, featuring the single How Far Does a Goodbye Go? The project will be characterized as a reflection on real-life highs and lows, including a duet with his wife, Brittany Aldean, on the track Easier Gone, and a collaboration with David Lee Murphy.
Wow.
The new single Don't Tell on Me will be released for radio play tomorrow and available for streaming and purchase on Monday. As
there you go.
Kind of preview. Megan Maroney performed for and met patients and their families during a recent visit to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So you can check out that video after you watch our show. And then we talked about how Ella Langley was named the new face of American Eagle's Spring 2026 Denim Darling campaign yesterday. The brand unveiled its newest campaign featuring multi-platinum country star Bailey Zimmerman.
Oh, wow.
He will take the Stagecoach Music Festival stage in a custom American Eagle look designed in collaboration with the brand, and you can shop all of his stuff on their website now.
Stagecoach is a huge music festival. Huge.
Yeah.
Like that. All right, Kevin, good job there.
Yeah.
Brad, you ever thought about being a country music singer?
I can't carry a tune in a bucket, man.
Well, you know what? There's some country music singers that can't either. We can get you auto-tune.
Yeah, we can.
You would need it. It would work overtime.
Right.
Rascal Flatts has used it for years.
Brad would be the T-Pain of country music.
That's right.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
right there.
For sure.
Hey, I thought one thing you told me that you used to do, and I guess you consider it your hobby, and then you got more and more, was doing the referee work.
Yep.
I want you to tell us one of the craziest stories that you ever encountered as a ref.
Yeah. Well, I started, like I said, I started officiating when I was going to TSTC, and I worked my way up. I actually had a minute where I went up to the NFL for a short time.
Really?
Yeah, in 2012 when the officials went on strike, I got called up, and it was a weird story. I could go into a ton of detail on that. But so I was able to do 4 preseason games and 3 regular season games in the NFL. And some of those stories, my first Monday night game was in Oakland. And so I did Oakland and San Diego. And one of the NFL executives was with us, and we were on our way to the stadium, and he said, well, when you're doing warm-ups, go down to the black hole. You know, the guys that have all the gear on and stuff.
Yeah, and got their face painted. Yeah.
So we walk, so I get there, and I start jogging the field, and I go down to that area, and boy, they're letting us have it, you know. Well, there was a San Diego guy stretching right in front of him, and he looks up at me, and he goes, ain't it fun? It's like just putting a stick into a cage and just riling them up, you know? And he just laughs, and we walk off and just start going, and it was, so it was, I got a ton of stories like that. And but yeah, I did primarily high school, and Division II college was in the Lone Star Conference for many years. And that was, when I was doing it, boy, the Lone Star Conference was really good. They had A&M Kingsville and Abilene Christian and Tarleton, and you know, it was a really tough conference at that time. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun. Did it for many years. Was president of the local chapter here for several years, and but yeah. So
did you ever, after a game, go home and just look in the mirror and go, why the hell am I doing this?
Oh, many times. Many times. Oh, and when you get the paycheck, sometimes you go, why am I doing this? You know? Wasn't there were a packed house, and I got a check of $125 or something like that. Well, and that's what's crazy too. It went in Lone Star. We would get a flat rate of $225. It didn't matter where we were at. So we could be in Canyon, Texas, or we can be in A&M Kingsville. We were getting $225. I had a chain crew guy behind me one night, and he goes, well, don't y'all make good money? And I said, we left at 4 o'clock this morning. We won't get back till 4 o'clock in the morning. And we get $225. And I walked off, and I came back. He says, man, y'all are getting screwed. And I said, tell me, because he was making more than I was as a chain crew guy.
No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Because he's local, he comes out. And
he doesn't have to drive anywhere.
He doesn't have to drive anywhere. They probably paid him $100 or $100, you know. And, it was a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie. Still got a lot of friends within the football officiating world. And
well, before we get to really talking about patch match, one final thing about refereeing. What do you think about, is it getting worse today with parents and getting out of hand at kids' sporting events?
It really is. I see stories all the time about it, and it's sad. And it's and it's hurting. I mean, every officiating sport, it doesn't matter what it is struggling to get officials, and it's just, and to hang on to them, because a young guy comes out and he might, he's learning, so he gets chewed on, either by coaches or parents, and then he just says, man, this ain't worth it, and I'm just not going to come back. And they've got options these days. When I started, okay, there wasn't a whole lot of side gig options, and I was a sports guy, so officiating kind of fit my framework. I could stay involved in sports.
Yeah.
But young people don't have that. I mean, they got many other options to do that. And
yeah, you're right.
So yeah, it is sad. It's something that needs to be taken care of, but I don't know how they go about doing it.
I was just blown away back probably last summer. On TikTok was a video of a football game. I don't know if it was junior high, high school, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And the player, rather big kid, gets ejected for whatever he did, runs back out and just knocks the fire out of that referee.
Yeah, that was a Texas. That was in Texas. That was down in the San Antonio area, and yeah.
So what happens to kids that do stuff like that?
I don't know. I believe he was suspended from the school and stuff like that. I know that that school, there was a lot of officials that said they wouldn't go officiate at that school anymore. And so they ran into all kinds of problems. But, yeah, that's it happens from time to time. I mean,
and does that fall back on the coaching staff?
It almost has to, and the school district and stuff. But
wow,
I don't know. It's a problem, and it's a problem everywhere, not just in Texas. It's nationwide. So
Brad Strickland, he's done it all. I'm listening to this guy, what he's done. What's been your favorite? Don't include Patchmaster, but what's been your favorite thing to do? Job, school, whatever. What do you miss?
Man, I have been kind of like involved in everything. Coached Little League growing up, and or with my kids through Little League. I grew up in Little League. My dad was Little League president of La Vega for several years. So yeah, sports has been a big part of my life, and so I would say something involved with sports. I try to stay involved with it now. I'm keeping a scoreboard for the Baylor women's games now, and kind of helping out with stuff like that. So I would say sports in general, just in the Central Texas area. And but yeah, enjoyed it. My son is just got his first coaching job. He's going to go out to a little school out in north of Mineral Wells.
Really?
He's going to be a head basketball coach out there.
Nice.
So I'll be able to connect with him. I told him, I said, he's got 10 years. My ultimate plan is 10 years from now to sell Patchmaster and truly retire.
Yeah.
And I want to be like his liaison on his coaching staff somewhere, to where I can just kind of, enjoy the sports world through him. And but yeah, he's starting that this summer. So yeah,
that's
still
great.
rolling.
What's the name of the town? Do you recall?
Woodson ISD.
Woodson.
Yeah, little 1A school up
there,
northwest of Mineral Wells. So
hey, Kevin, what we got to do? We got to get Brad on with Rogue Media, 365 Sports, our company.
Yeah,
he could be that sideline reporter.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I know Dave and them. So
we just have to find a really tall cameraman as well. Otherwise,
that's right.
Well, you got to do a little everything nowadays. Our good friend. Speaking of that, I should have mentioned this earlier, maybe Monday or so. My good friend Tom Barfield, who I've known Tom worked for me over at the radio station when we had a sports station, and then Tom left and has done other things. But Tom is starting his own show. On Rogue Media.
He starts Monday. Our 300th show will be his first show. And also, John Morris is now part of our network as well. He's got a daily show as well.
Yeah. So you got John Morris, you got Tom Barfield, you got
Pete Sousa,
Cam Stewart, Mosley.
Yep.
We got a lot of good sports stuff going.
Yeah. Tom and I umpired baseball together for many years.
Oh, he did that? Yeah, many years. I remember that.
Yeah. So.
He probably gave it up the same reason you did.
Oh, yeah, maybe so, yeah.
I'm thinking I may start my own tennis show since I
show.
I PA tennis, you know?
Yeah.
And actually, the most successful both men's and women's
That's
sports
right.
right now
At Baylor?
are tennis.
Yep.
Yeah.
The men are up in the top 10 now in the
The
rankings.
whole time that Kevin talks on his show, you hear this.
Yeah.
And if it's some person that grunts during, here's the deal. This is the time of the morning that we like to recognize what we celebrate on this day. So, other than you being here, Brad, this is what we celebrate today. Today is Thursday. Today is February 26th. Only 2 days left, and then we roll into March.
I saw a meme ad that said, Disney World is announcing free admission
On the 29th.
on the 29th, 30th, and 31st of February.
There's some idiots that'll fall for it.
I know.
I promise you. Today is
You got this.
Carpe Diem Day.
Oh,
Carpe
diem. It's a Latin phrase that means
Do I look Latin to you?
no. Do I
Okay.
look Latin?
No.
Okay, but I know what it means because I study the Bible.
Okay.
It means seize the day.
Really?
Yes, carpe diem, seize the day.
Carpe Diem Day, seize the day.
Right.
today.
Or as the young kids would say, YOLO. Yeah, it's kind of the backwards way of that.
I think
guess.
President Trump seized the night the other night. He took it off, man. Whew. All right, enjoy that. National Small Dog Day.
Yeah.
You have a small dog, Brad? Or a big?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
We had a little one about a year or so ago, and he passed, and we haven't replaced him yet.
Yeah.
So.
What kind of dog was it?
He was a dog that got left in the neighborhood. That was it. Yeah.
National Small Dog Day. And, you know, it amazes me because I've got two very small old dogs. And I remember when I was a younger man, 60 plus years ago, you'd go get dog food. And there would be one section of dog food.
Yeah.
Now I go to one of these pet stores, there's literally 3 aisles of different kind of dog food.
Yep.
Is your dog this size, this size, this size? They even have they have special for Yorkies. Okay, what makes that different? Don't dogs eat their own poop sometimes? They don't care. But it amazes me all the different dog foods.
Yeah. They when they eat their own poop, that actually communicates something as well. So it does matter. But yeah.
It's more like a buffet in the backyard. National Small Dog Day. National Letter to an Elder Day. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Somebody that may be in a nursing home or retirement home and or a friend that you have, write them a little letter.
Right. You may actually need to read it to them as well, though, because they may not.
That's
be able to.
true.
Yeah, but that's even better. Spend time with them too. That's a really valuable thing.
A few years ago, when I moved in with Andrea 3 years ago, I went through some stuff, kind of trying to get rid of stuff. And I found a letter from my father to me that he had written, 50 some odd years ago. And I don't remember ever reading it. I opened it up and read it, and it was really cool to see something from him that he's passed on. National Toast Day.
Toast.
Who doesn't like toast?
You can put anything on it. What's the best thing on toast, in your opinion?
I go between, I like a sugar-free jelly like Smucker's grape. But lately, I got into this orange sugar-free jelly.
Oh, like a marmalade?
Yeah, kind of like a marmalade, yeah, on toast. Or I like honey on toast.
Okay, yeah.
Now, if you ask me what my favorite toast is, French toast.
Right, yep. The French do it best, right?
As a diabetic, though, that puts me in a coma.
Which, in the right circumstance, may not be bad either. Maybe you need a little bit of a rest, Yeah.
I was at the store the other day, and I love, they have an H-E-B brand, but the other one is New Yorker brand, the real thick toast with the 5 cheeses on it.
Yeah. That's tough to beat.
Woo. If you have spaghetti, you got to have one of those with your spaghetti.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the homemade HEB French bread.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Once again, the French, they do it the best.
They do. They do. National Toast Day. Two things the French do well: toast
And?
surrender.
Oh, I thought you were going to say kissing, but okay.
Tell a Fairy Tale Day. It is a storytelling observance that encourages people to share, write, or retell classic fairy tales. There you go.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a little kid, my mom would tell me the story of, or my grandmother, one of the two, a story called something like Billy Goat Gruff.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't remember how it went.
The three Billy Goats gruff.
The three Billy
with the troll under the bridge and
Troll under the bridge.
trapping over the bridge. That's,
Exactly.
Liam. That's one of Liam's favorites when he was little.
Yeah.
So
I remember that. I don't remember much.
It's funny because we think of fairy tales, we kind of automatically go to the Disney kind of thing and like all, right? And
Yeah.
perfect. But when you think of the Brothers Grimm, and that's actually very dark.
Yeah.
A lot of the fairy tales.
Brad, do you remember a favorite, maybe one you told to your kids or that your parents told to you?
Yeah, I kind of lean towards the Disney stuff, the Snow Whites and the things like that. But I don't remember one specifically that my parents told me. But yeah, I do remember the Billy Goat thing because when I was little, I was going, no, that's a little scary.
That's right. Don't go by that bridge.
Don't go over that bridge, or don't look under that bridge. Yeah.
Or I remember them telling me to the Three Little Pigs about the straw house and the house made of brick.
Yeah.
So anyway, there it is. Tell a Fairy Tale Day on Thursday, February 26th. Commercial break time. We'll come back and talk about Patchmaster with Brad Strickland right here at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. But first, we'll talk to you about Allen Samuels, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Well, right now, they've got some incredible deals going on. And if you bear with me, I'm going to pull this up so I can tell you exactly what's happening with them. And that is right here. I got it. It says Truck Month is going on at Allen Samuels. How about a brand new 2025 Ram 2500 Crew Cab, the Rebel Edition. Go anywhere, do anything. Take $11,200 off of the MSRP. That's pretty incredible. Come by, let's be friends. Go by, see Ted Teague and the crew at Allen Samuels. Check them out online, AllenSamuelsDCJ.com. Back after this.
Great products start with quality materials and trusted service. And no one's more committed than Universal Windows Direct of Central Texas. With windows built to last, backed by the best lifetime warranty. 0% financing is available with your good credit. Call Universal Windows Direct of Central Texas today for the last windows you'll ever need.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect.
We're at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. The fog looks like it's kind of burning off. Going to be a beautiful day here in Central Texas. And we'll find out what's coming up, something you can do tonight and maybe this weekend around Central Texas in a minute. We got Brad Strickland, the owner of Patchmaster. And you got to explain to me exactly what is Patchmaster.
Yeah. Well, Patchmaster, we're your drywall repair specialist. So we specialize in small to medium-sized drywall repair jobs that many general contractors, they don't want to mess with. It's too
You're
small.
right.
Yeah, and but that's where we come in. And we also like to follow up our fellow tradesmen, like the plumbers, HVAC guys, electricians.
Exactly.
Those guys like cutting holes, but they don't like patching holes,
Or if they do, it's not the best.
No, it's not the best. Most of them don't even want to try. They just, they might cut the piece and leave it there, but they don't want to mess with it.
You know why it doesn't look good? Because they're plumbers.
That's right. Yeah, plumbers don't want to do it. But yeah, so that's where we come in, and we will fix that patch. We will match the texture, which is, that's our biggest deal. I mean, my guys are finishers. They're not installers, they're finishers. So they're able to finish, match that texture almost 100%. I tell people it's not 100%. We'd have to redo the whole wall to do that, but the average eye is not going to be able to see it. And then we paint also, because all drywall is in paint. But so that's, in a nutshell, that's what we do. In Texas, the main things that we kind of run into, which I thought initially would be, patching holes and stuff. But no, 80% of our work is ceiling work, because we either have water damage in the ceiling, or we have stuff like that. They put these AC units in the attics now, which are that's a win for me, because those AC units are going to back up, and it's going to leak, and then it's going to cause problems. So whoever made that design, I appreciate it. It's helped us out. And
I do real estate, and I just had a husband and wife. They moved from Hubbard to Waco. I got them a brand new home. And one thing that Gary told me, he said, Zach, I don't want an AC unit in the attic, and I don't want a water heater in the attic.
Yes.
So he's not going to be one of your clients.
He might not be. He's got a hard time finding a new home that doesn't have it up there.
It is.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's pretty much where they put them now. And but 80% of our work is ceiling work. That will fix those water damaged areas, or we live on this Texas soil, which is I don't care if you have a $100,000 home or $1 million home, it's on Texas soil, it's going to shift.
Yep.
So we have stress cracks, and that's we do a lot of stress crack work, and so we'll fix those also.
So you talk about following up plumbers, electricians, whatever, but also. In fact, we had a guy on the other day that owns a foundation company.
Yes.
So they come in to repair the foundation. You just said that you got cracks in the sheetrock.
Yep. Yeah, we follow those guys up quite a bit too. Started partnering with a couple of those companies, and which is that's great. So those smaller drywall repairs that many people they just don't know who to turn to. Oh, it's not big enough for a general contractor, but I really don't want just a handyman either. Because those guys, they'll patch it, but it might not. I mean, you'll see it forever.
Yeah.
And that's where we fill that void, that niche, and it's been good for us. And like I said, we'll be 2 years. In May, it'll be 2 years, and we're just growing. And I got two great technicians that work with me currently. I got another guy that I'm trying to bring on board. So hopefully 3 guys by the end of the summer. And
almost your 2-year anniversary.
Yeah. So it's really good, and looking to grow. We cover all of Central Texas, Waco, Temple. I really thought the majority of my work would be right here in Waco, but I'm literally 50-50 between Waco and Temple.
Really?
Yeah, and then growing into Killeen and stuff too. So
I've got a good friend of mine that does windows and doors.
Oh yeah.
And installation, and he started out, I think he said the same thing. I thought Waco, but he says, no, it's equal.
Yep. Yeah, mine's really, it really has turned out that way, and which is great. I got one of my technicians lives down in Troy, and then I got one guy that lives up here in Waco. So for me, it's worked out
perfect.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
One thing, if Kevin and I have any advice for you, Brad, if you go into a home and there's a bunch of holes that look fist size, be careful. Watch out for the boyfriend or the husband. Okay.
Well, I usually tell them they must be Cowboy fans. So
that is great.
Yeah, so that's usually my sign. I usually go, oh yeah, you must have a Cowboy fan here.
Must be a Cowboy fan.
But I did walk into a home one time, and there was all these holes, and they were about this size, and I was going, okay. Ooh. And the guy says, well, my son, he has autism or something, and he would just go around knocking holes in the wall, and I said, boy, I hope he don't catch a stud one day.
Ooh, you're right.
He'd be hurting, but
wow.
But yeah, so yeah, that happens. There's stuff that happens like that, and but yeah, we're here to fix it, make it right, and I tell people we'll make your home whole again. That's our catchphrase.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to actually play a music video right now. We haven't done that in a while. Mm-hmm. Throw in one of the past artists that have been on the show, and then we're going to come back and find out how you can reach out to Brad and Patchmaster. We'll talk about that. Brad may not know it, but he's going to tell the bad joke of the day before he gets out of here. Kevin's going to tell us what's going on around Waco, all that, and then at 9 o'clock, James Hollingsworth is going to be here to entertain. So, music video time at the Backyard.
Thank you, Lord, for Texas. That's the only place I know where the music's always playing and the beer is always cold. Well, the women here are crazy, but they're oh so beautiful. So I thank you, Lord, for Texas, the only place that I'll call home. Well, I remember I tried leaving, but I won't do that again. 'Cause I got past Oklahoma and the women looked like men. I tried finding country music and Kenny Chesney's all I found. So I gave them all the deuces and my ass was Texas bound. And I said, thank you, Lord, for Texas. That's the only place I know where Willie's always singing and the beer is always cold. Yeah, the women here are crazy, but they're the prettiest I've seen. And now when I hear God bless Texas, I know exactly what it means. Well, I try to count my blessings every time I get the chance. And when God put me in Texas, well, it was more than circumstance. He told me, son, there is a reason I put you right where you should be. And I hope you find that Lone Star state of mind, 'cause your heart belongs to me. And I said, thank you, Lord, for Texas. That's the only place I know where one day it's warm and sunny and the next it's freezing cold. Well, the women here are crazy, but they make it look so grand. And if you've never been to Texas, well, you just won't understand. And I said, thank you, Lord, for Texas. That's the only place I know where we'll spend more on a Yeti to guarantee our beer's ice cold. And our women might be packing, and they damn sure ain't afraid. So when you hear don't mess with Texas, well, you can take that to the grave. And I said, thank you, Lord, for Texas. Thank you, Zach. Love you, brother.
All right, there he is, the living legend. The living legend. You said you're going to be seeing him in a little bit?
I'll see him in about 15 minutes, yeah.
And Mr. Pringle with him there on guitar.
Yep.
Doesn't he make his home in Florida now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I believe so.
I think he's down in the Florida area there. Chris Lowe, and great song. But tell him we said hi. Tell him we miss him.
Yeah, I will.
All right, coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, we've got James Hollingsworth who's going to play some music for us here at the Backyard. But right now, Kevin is going to tell us what's going on around Central Texas.
Yes, I can. So tonight it is Stories Music Night at Waco Stories. Enjoy local musicians, farm-to-table brunch. Brunch? Tonight? Okay. Yeah. Cocktails, beer, wine, and artisan coffee at Stories Cafe every Thursday from 5 to 8 p.m. And then It's also Chris with a K bingo night at Waco Ale. Prizes, cold brews, good eats.
Does your name have to be Chris to be there?
I don't know. Or a K. I'm invited if the name is a K, but I don't know how that all works. But it's a bingo
Chris
night
Kringle
there.
may be there. You never know.
Right. You never know. It's also music bingo night tonight here at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. It's adult skate night at Waco Skate. Don't miss out on the fun, the energy, and the excitement, because Thursdays at Waco Skate will be the highlight of your week. Grab your friends, lace up, and roll into a night of unforgettable fun. $10 includes admission and skate rental. Also, Alice by Heart is continuing at the Maybe Theater through next Sunday, through this Sunday, March 1st.
Okay.
I mentioned Battle Cancer Workout Day at F45, the charity event. I just talked to him. Contact Laszlo if you are not a member. His number is 254-405-8791. Again, 254-405-8791 if you're not a member, but you still want to participate in the charity event to battle cancer. It's also the second weekend of 9 to 5, the musical at the Waco Civic
With
Theater,
Holly.
featuring Waco's own Holly Tucker, who has been singing our national anthem all week. And she steps into Dolly Parton's High Heels as Dorothy Rhodes. So don't want to miss the second weekend.
Two big ones. High heels.
Yeah, high
That's
heels.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, nice heels.
Well, I got a couple of things going on. I want to talk about, Kevin, Fish and Hunt Outdoor Expo. If you're into fishing, hunting, having a big outdoor expo, that's going to be March 7th from 9 to 5 and March 8th from 10 to 3 at the AC Hotel, one of the newest, beautiful Marriott brand hotels in downtown Waco, in their event center. And you can go by and check that out. You get a free bucket of goodies from Academy, which is very nice, one of the sponsors. So mark that down, March 7th and 8th downtown at the AC Hotel Hunting and Fishing Expo. Remember this, 2026 Tolbert Texas Men's State Chili Championship is going to be March 13th and 14th, brought to you by the American Legion, Post 273. That's going to be at the Exchange Building, which is in McGregor, by the way. Go check that out. That's going to be a lot of fun. We always like to tell you what's going on here at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. Coming up, Pat Green. Let me get to the right point here. I should have had this already, but I didn't. Kevin, what'd you do that for? There it is.
I can't. I can control the buttons over here, but not.
You can't control me?
No.
Yes, you
I
can.
try.
Friday night, this Friday night, tomorrow night, Pat Green is going to be here. And then Saturday night, the Wilder Blue will be performing on Saturday night, this Saturday. Couple of big concerts coming up at the Backyard you do want to attend. Friday, March 20th, Stoney LaRue. Saturday, the 21st, Colby Cooper. Friday, the 27th of March, Aaron Watson is going to be here. The Huser Brothers on Saturday, April the 4th, and on Friday, April 10th, Braxton Keith. So some great, great shows starting this Friday all the way into April, and that's what's going on. Brad Strickland, Patchmaster, tell us how we can get a hold of you.
Yeah, they can call. We got a local phone number, 254-300-1508. Or you can just Google Patchmaster. We should be right there at the top of the page, Patchmaster Waco Temple. And if you want to do a form, there's a form right there you can fill out. I personally will call you back. I handle all the quotes and usually try to do all those in person too. So I'll coordinate a time to come to your house, look at it, talk to you about it, figure out the best plan for it, give you a quote, and we can go from there. Usually try to schedule everything within 2 to 3 weeks and get you finished back to normal, make you whole again.
I love that. I love that. You know, I was telling you about being a real estate agent. When I look through a house or go through, one of the things I see is in the garage. And what you're talking about, maybe those guys didn't do quite as good as they did in the house, and it's nothing wrong with it. It's just pulling apart. Where the taping is.
Yeah, we see that quite a bit. We do a lot of garages. People People utilize their garage now, so we'll fix that up. Also, some of the older homes that may be built in the late 70s, 80s, in the garage, humidity has come into play.
Oh yeah.
And they were most likely that drywall was hung with nails. And so that starts sagging a little bit, so we can come back in and either reconnect it with screws, make it good and tight, or we can pull that old drywall down, put a new one back up. So we do replace drywall in 1 to 2 rooms. I usually don't do full houses,
right.
But 1 to 2 rooms, we can pull that down, put it back up, make it good and tight, make it look great.
I have to tell a real quick before you do the bad joke of the day.
All right.
Years ago, when I lived in Fort Worth growing up, I had a friend of mine that was a maintenance man, and he jumped around to various apartment complexes. And I talked to him all the time, and he says, "You won't believe what I just saw." And I said, and this would fit right in your alley.
Yeah.
He said, I was at an apartment complex to do some kind of work in the kitchen or bathroom or whatever. And I go in, and this family lived there, and their friends lived next door. Well, to save steps, they knocked a hole in the sheetrock between the 2 apartments so they could just walk back and forth.
Walk back and forth.
But you could fix that, couldn't you?
We can fix it. We can make it. Well, yeah,
Make it whole again.
If you're not close to that neighbor anymore, and you want to seal that up, yes, we can seal that up, make it right again.
I love it. All right, Brad, let's tell a bad joke of the day. Have you selected one?
Yeah, I looked at one. We've been talking sports a little bit today,
Okay.
so why don't we do? Why did the stadium get hot after the game?
Why?
All the fans left.
Oh, the fans. All right, Brad Strickland, Patchmaster, buddy, thank you so much for coming by. Pleasure meeting you and hearing all those stories. Sometime I have to get you back on, and we're just going to talk about refereeing.
Yeah, no,
Let's
I'd love
just
to
do
do it.
that.
Love to
I
do
love it. All right, check it out. Hey, right now it's time for news and weather from our friends at KWTX News Channel 10, and then James Hollingsworth is going to be here at 9 o'clock to play music for you. Stick around.
Today's news and weather is brought to you by the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. The Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill features a full restaurant and bar, a huge outdoor concert stage, a giant outdoor TV screen, fire pits, a roof deck, washer pits, cornhole pits, inside and outside seating, and much more. Located at 511 8th Street, Waco, Texas, 76706. Check out upcoming shows at backyardwaco.com.
All right, we're back at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. And we mentioned a few minutes ago, man, it's going to light it up this weekend, Friday and Saturday, here at the Backyard. Kevin, we're going to talk with Cam Stewart next, this hour. We're rolled in the 9 o'clock hour and talk about sports. Mm-hmm. And, man, it's all over about the Cowboys and Aubrey and turning it down.
Uh-huh.
I don't watch a lot, and I've said this, I don't watch a lot of sport talk shows. I kind of like Colin Cowherd, but I also like Pardon the Interruption.
Okay, yeah.
Those guys have been around forever. Mm-hmm. And Mike Wilbon, yesterday, he took Jerry Jones' side. He said, kickers are a dime a dozen, and you should not pay that much money. Right now, the highest paid kicker, I think, is $6.5 or $6 million
for Butker, yeah.
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 So he says, hey, he's telling Aubrey, take the money.
Well, you can say a dime a dozen, but Aubrey is one of a kind because once you're past midfield, it's Aubrey time, and he has been the most consistent weapon for them.
80% of the stats, all that stuff. He won X number of games for them.
Yeah. I laid out a scenario to Mosley yesterday. I said, they're trying to, use the franchise tag on George Pickens. Well, what if the Aubrey situation gets so bad that you have to tag your kicker, and now you're trying to figure out the receiver versus the kicker? Right.
I think Dak should take some of his moolah and give that to Aubrey.
Yeah, because he's bailing him out.
Bails you out. All right, let's quit talking about sports. We'll do that probably around 9:45. We'll talk sports. But right now, James Hollingsworth is here. What's up, James?
Oh, nothing much.
How you doing, buddy?
I was doing all right till I got here. I made the mistake of thinking wasn't nobody going to be in town today, so I did 3 loops around this place.
You know what? It's crazy. I showed up yesterday morning, and people left and right were walking over to the silos. Something must be going on over at the silos, Magnolia. And then everybody, of course, here at the VA, they're parking everywhere. So it gets crazy sometimes down here, James. Normally you're asleep right now, right?
No, sir. I work here in town.
He's a working guy, so he knows. Well, good to have you on. Tell us a little bit about you, James, where you're from. And we were kind of talking off air about your Irish heritage and the Hollingsworth that are around Central Texas.
Oh, yeah. Well, my name is James Hollingsworth. I'm from a little town just north of here on 35 called West. Born and raised there. I guess it's hard to say that. I was born at Hillcrest, so
yeah,
that's the honest truth.
Yeah.
But I went to West High School. I still live there. I bought a house in town. Now I've got a beautiful family, and I travel and play music with a band of fools, and I've been everywhere. I've been all over the country. Before I started doing this, I traveled all over Europe, and this is something that I like to do.
Well, that's great, man. That's great. Now, didn't you say earlier maybe your family originally was from, where was it, Spiegelville area?
Originally, my great-grandfathers, Ken, they were over in Spiegelville. But if you asked me where, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
But
and
I
then
know-
some of them kind of went down to Gatesville area?
Yeah, they all kind of shotgunned out. My great-grandfather, he actually owned he ran a chicken farm right there where the Lloyd's trailer is.
Oh, really?
I guess it'd be Conley, I guess.
Yeah.
But eventually they moved to West. They bought, basically their retirement nest egg was in West. So.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, I just saw an ad yesterday that Westfest is coming up. Get ready.
Coming. Yeah.
That's always something. Do you find it, James, where since you live up there, when Westfest, do you leave town or do you actually partake in Westfest?
Well, we've done both. I used to go every year growing up, and it's fine. You just have to understand that it seems every year on Labor Day weekend, you get the rains. And hands down, always get the rains. But, that kind of puts you off. But once I had kids, you'd think that you'd start going out there, but my kids are just so tiny.
Yeah.
There's not much for them. So usually I'd take them out to the lake or something like that. Or
Right.
I think the last couple of years, because of the rains, they closed all the lakes a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
What we do is, I've got enough property in town. We just hook up campers.
Oh, yeah.
And we just shut down the compound in the center of town. So.
Well, Westfest is a great event that's been going on for years and years. The Czech heritage up there, not the Irish heritage.
I grew up with my wife's Czech.
Hey, we got, just think about this. We got St. Patrick's Day is what, the 17th? March?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's just right around the corner, buddy.
Oh, it's coming.
Let's do it. I was telling you that I know a Keith Hollingsworth, good friend of mine, and many years ago with the Zack and Jim Travel Club, we did a trip to Ireland for St. Patrick's Day, and it was like Keith was in heaven. His Irish heritage, got to go over there. That's a trip that you got to do. All right, James, let's quit chit-chatting. Let's jump into some music. What are you going to do first?
I think I'm going to do, there's a single that's floating around on the radio stations right now, and I think I'm going to do that. It's a good icebreaker. I played it here at the Backyard a couple weeks ago, opening for Tice Delk.
Oh, nice.
I think it got people's attention.
All right, let's go.
Might have heard about me, got some claims to the fame on a bathroom wall, hearts around my name, voted class clown and most likely to succeed. Well, I was homecoming king to the whole dang county, truck with an engine from a Maserati, been playing varsity ball since I was 13. And all the pretty ladies know about me. Saying looks and kill, call me 007 from 1 to 10. Always been 11, got the girl in the game. I'm small town legendary. So pour a glass of Tennessee whiskey, and here's a cheers to the haters and the wannabes. That's the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me. Or at least it's mostly based on a true story. Well, I made a big scene at the county fair, strongest man alive, won all the teddy bears. I swore I broke that bell on my first swing. Well, Now you ain't gotta separate fact from fiction. Best believe I'm the man you'd been wishing would drive you away to the sunset of your dreams. Oh, 'cause James Stain's got nothing on me. Well, him looks and kill, comic 007 from 1 to 10. Always been 11, got the girl in the game. I'm small town legendary. So pour a glass of Tennessee whiskey, and here's a cheers to the haters and the wannabes. That's the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me. Or at least it's mostly based on a true story. Based on a true story. Well, that's the truth and nothing but the truth, so let me introduce myself. Looks and kill, coming 007 from 1 to 10. Always been 11, got the girl in the game. Small town legendary. So pour a glass of Tennessee whiskey, and here's a cheers to the haters and the wannabes. That's the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me. Or at least it's mostly, or at least it's mostly based on a true story. Yeah, based on a true story.
Good job.
Thank you.
Nice. You said you got to go over to Europe. What were you singing over there with the group, or?
Oh, no, it was, so I guess in high school I did pretty well. You know, you get your choices when you get into high school for band and art and all
Sure.
that. So in high school I was not talented at all, but I had good teachers. And good teachers that, you know, they'd kick you in the butt to make you move. So the band directors in the program at West is amazing. After the transitions and stuff when I was in 8th grade, they pushed me to compete, and then when I competed, I made all-state band for the all-region competition. For 2 years, I made it to second chair as a clarinet, and that got me to go to school. And the school that I went to, we toured through Europe playing classical orchestra, jazz, and stuff like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow, that is great, man.
It was crazy. You had to, everywhere you went, you had to have a badge. So.
Do you still to this day pick up the clarinet once in a while?
I have them. I haven't picked it up in a couple months, but I've got clarinets, I've got trumpets, and to say I got them eludes that I know how to play it all. But it's been so long that what people don't remember is, you know, mouth is a muscle, so you have to get back into it.
All right, Kevin, perfect chance with Westfest. We talked about that coming up.
Yep.
We get James to break out the clarinet, jump in there with the guys doing the oompa oompa.
There you go.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be a fun time.
Well, we can play it.
Who do you like to listen to? Who inspires you as a musician right now?
I guess still alive because Willie Nelson's still with us, but Sturgill Simpson probably is one of my favorites. Him, and I listen to a lot of Vincent L. Emerson, and who's that fella? Coulter Wall out of I can't remember where he's from, Saskatchewan. So those are some fellas that are alive today that I listen to, but I listen to all kinds of older artists.
Right. Are you into writing at all?
I do. I write quite a bit. This song that I just sang was a radio single of mine, but it's actually from some fellas out of Nashville that wrote it. But I do my own writing as well, and I've had a lot of singles out on the radio that are mine as well.
Are you going to do some this morning?
I can.
I love it. Let's do another one. Let's do one right here.
This one is one of mine. It's not on the radio, but there is versions of it out there for us to listen to, and I'm working on a project now. In the next couple months, it'll be ready to be
All right.
released.
Sweet. What's it called?
Live and Die.
Okay.
Well, you ought to save money, not be spending your own, but it's hard to keep it all when the bank calls home. You ought to wake in the morning, fly out the door, and work real hard to buy one day more. For that Sunday fried chicken and a homemade wine, a little bit of love to pay the bills on time. Song in my heart and her on my mind. Live and die and go to heaven, work me just fine. highball smoking on Granny's front porch. You hardly hear him hop through the slamming of the door. We're paying the herd up, boys. Storm's rolling in. Flood waters riding, sun sink or swim. Lord, that Sunday fried chicken and a Hyundai wine. Little bit of love to pay the bills on time. Song in my heart and her on my mind. Living 9, go to heaven, work me just fine. Oh, you only know my daddy to work with his hands. The market fell out like a flash in the pan. We got the boot, the bank got the land. Should know better, be born a poor man. Still got Sunday fried chicken and a homemade wine. A little bit of love to pay the bills on time. Song in my heart and her on my mind. Living 9, go to heaven, work for me just fine. Or steel guitar on the radio or in a honky-tonk bar. Calls to me like a northern star and calls to you wherever you are. It sounds like Sunday fried chicken and a homemade wine. A little bit of love to pay the bills on time. Song in my heart and her on my mind. Living 9, go to heaven, the good Lord willing. Try to make a living, get to heaven on time.
Nice. Good job. When did you write that?
I wrote that about 2 months ago. See, the church I go to is in the middle of a field, and we've got dirt floors, right?
Okay.
My daughter dresses up and dresses because she loves dresses, but her hair is like golden red. So after church, she's sitting there talking to the preacher. She's running out in the field, and they got hay bales, and the kids love to climb on the hay bales with the dogs.
Sure.
Well, as she was going, between her and my son, who looks like Charlie Brown, I would holler when we leave. I'd go, Charlie Brown and Ida Red, like Bob Wills, Ida Red.
Yeah.
And I would go, Ida Red, real loud. And sitting there talking with my preacher, he said, do you know that song? I said, Dad, I grew up with Bob Wills, Ida Red, and all the other ones.
Sure.
He said, you ought to try to write your own. So I tried, and I failed because it was so fast that nobody could understand it. So I slowed it down, and that's what we got, Live and Die.
I love it. That's great. Great song, man.
Thank you.
Hey, you know something, Kevin, this has been on my mind is that we're about 3 weeks, that's it, about 20, 21 days, the last chance to get on trip number 46 of the Zack and Jim Travel Club. That's the deadline. I believe it's March 20th, I believe. So we got about 3 weeks. Get in. Trip 46, we're up to about 35 people now that are going to Turks and Caicos with us. Don't miss out. This is one of the top 5 beaches in the world that we're going to, Grace Bay in Turks and Caicos. This is no Puerto Vallarta. I'm just going to tell you that right now. This is a beautiful, beautiful resort. It has over a dozen swimming pools, a couple of dozen restaurants. When you sign up and pay, we're going to motor coach to Austin to the airport. We'll fly on American. We'll get there, have a motor coach take us to the resort. Top of the line. This is high-end liquor, food, all your water sports, everything is included. 7 days in paradise in Turks and Caicos. Trip number 46. Call over to Alan Samuels House of Travel. Talk to anyone over there at 776-2560. 776-2560 at Alan Samuels House of Travel. We're going to go May 11th. That's our departure date, May 11th to Turks and Caicos. It's going to be a fun time. Don't wait. Only three weeks left to get in on that. All right, here's the part of the show, James, so we like to talk about what happened on this date in country music history.
Here we go.
And so I'm going to put on my readers because there's quite a bit squiggled together here. 1955, a long time ago, 71 years ago, the Louvin brothers were inducted into the Grand Ole Opry. 1973, Loretta Lynn released her 22nd solo studio album, Entertainer of the Year, which went on to peak at number 1 on the country charts. Loretta Lynn, 1973. 1985, country music winners at the 27th Grammy Awards. Looks like Emmylou Harris was a big winner. Merle Haggard, big winner. The Judds. That's nice. The Judds won that year. And Willie Nelson performed City of New Orleans. That was a great song.
I love that song.
I do too. 1991, Mike Reed. He, a great musician. He had a couple of hits. He's a piano player. And Mike had a couple of hits on the charts, so they kind of disappeared. I'm not sure what happened to his career, but Mike Reed was number 1 with his song called Walk on Faith. Do you remember that?
I remember
the piano? Very nice song. The former American football player had that chart topper in 91. 1997 country music winners at the 39th Grammy Awards that was held in New York City. LeAnn Rimes was a big winner. Also Vince Gill. Moving on over here, Brooks and Dunn won. And Lyle Lovett was one of the winners, along with Billy Williams, the producer of that song. So that's what's happened in country music on this date in history. As I look now at the TV, and I don't know how you can see me because I have this in front of me like this. You know, on TV, if you wonder, on TV, you watch the news or people, they have the teleprompters. You can't see them. And all of this is in big letters on a teleprompter.
Right.
We don't have it in the budget.
On Saturday Night Live, they have cue cards.
Cue cards.
Yeah.
But we can't afford that on our show.
We can't afford
so I have to
hold
read
them,
it like this. Anyway, that's what happened on this date in history. We're going to get another song from James. What are you going to do this time, buddy? Without a cue card, what are you going to sing?
Cue card, man. We got to find out where we're going.
Hey, you know, real quick, many years ago, I went to a George Jones concert, or it was, I've mentioned this before, it's called The Legends. It was George Jones, Merle Haggard, and Conway Twitty together. But what got me about it, it was the first time I'd ever seen an artist, I'm talking years ago, use a teleprompter. Oh, wow. And they had the prompter down where your monitor speaker would be, and the big words would flash apart on the song right there.
I couldn't do that. I ended up just staring at the teleprompter the whole time.
You'd be staring at it like that. All right, James, let's do another song, buddy.
Let's see here. This song is I've got an album that's coming out on March 6th. It's called True Story.
Right.
And been putting this album together for, I guess, realistically the last year, but I've been working on it for a long time. I always kind of knew what I wanted my first professional finished work to be, and there was a tune that I wrote to be in it called Dreaming Again. And it's a very simple tune that fashions a lot of different things that happened to me in my life together, and it's super self-reflective, so Dreaming Again. Thank God for the memories, 'cause the memories made me, and I'll forever be always in need of your tender touch. Lord knows I've had it rough. Leave it to my enemies to say right through me as I leave the pleasantries, for the good folk to see that I'm decent enough, and I know they'll call my bluff. Will I find the line in time before I've crossed it? And can it be broke again before I'd bought it? And if you heard I was down and out, would you come around to find out how I
Well, maybe when we're gone from here, that'll all be clear on if we wasted our time on love so fine. We left like a bull let from a gun. Lord knows we had our fun. Well, I found the line in time before I've crossed it. And can it be broken, broke again before I'd bought it? And if you heard I was down and out, would you turn around to find out how I'd been? Or am I dreaming again? Oh, dreaming again. Lord, I'm dreaming again. Thank God for the memories, 'cause the memories made me, and I'll forever be always in need.
Man, that's a pretty song.
Thank you.
Very nice. And what did you say? When did you write that?
I wrote that, I guess, the better part of the last year and a half ago or so. My father had remarried a long time ago, but the family that she was from had a really strong patriarch.
Right.
And at the time, me and my brother were working together. Told you he was working around town. We went and saw him in the hospital shortly before he passed. And as we walked in, we seen a patriarch moving out, right? And he's completely at peace, talking to everybody. And as we walked out, I looked at my brother and I said, you know, you ought to be real proud because we'll never see another of his kind until, you know, I guess until one of y'all makes it up there. But I said, you know what, thank God for the memories that you made because that's what's going to propel you into life. And that started it. And then over time of doing a lot of self-reflecting and trying to figure out who I was going to be, I ended up putting that whole song together. It's like a warning, you know. It's a warning to make sure that I understand where I'm supposed to be doing.
That's a pretty song. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Good job right there. All right. Thursday is what we call Throwback Thursday, and it's where we play a clip from back in the early 90s from when Jim and I had our own video show called 25 Hot Country Cafe, and it was on KXXV, the ABC affiliate here. And so we thought we'd throw a little bit in here now, the throwback clip.
I'm Zack Owen.
And I'm Jim Cody from the Waco 100 Morning Show. Welcome to another edition of 25 Hot Country Cafe.
Now pay close attention to tonight's show because in the morning, shortly after 7 o'clock, Jim and I will give you a chance to win a dozen videos. In fact, we'll have two big winners in the morning.
Let's kick things off now. Let's get started with our videos. Here's How Catchy with Mama Knows the Highway.
Mama Knows the Highway, that's How Catch 'em.
You know, we've got more great hot country videos, artists, news, and information, lots more stuff on the way. So stay tuned to 25 Hot Country Cafe.
Welcome back to 25 Hot Country Cafe. Reba McEntire on the way with an explosive video.
You know, Reba's going to be in concert at Six Flags on September 3rd and 4th, so you might want to get tickets for the show.
And she just finished filming her movie, Tremors 2, coming to a theater near you. Now, here's East Texas girl Linda Davis and Reba McEntire.
Does he love you?
We'll be back on 25 Hot Country Cafe.
That's John Michael Montgomery, and his latest called Beer and Bones.
You suppose those are chicken bones?
Could be chicken bones.
Funny how this all leads together.
Ties together. Yes,
we want to thank the folks out here at Leslie's Chicken Shack for letting us come out and do our show, 25 Hot Country Cafe.
Yeah, they're good folks out here on the Old Dallas Highway. Hey, we want to thank once again all of our winners from our first show, and I hope you've been paying attention because in the morning, shortly after 7 o'clock, we're going to give you a chance to win a dozen videos.
We're going to have two winners.
Two big winners on the Waco 100 Morning Show.
Well, we've got more great country videos on the way. We've got country news with Christine Kahanik and more, so keep it here. That's the Central Texas debut of the hot new video from Mark Chestnut, Almost Goodbye.
Speaking of goodbye, it's time for us to say goodbye. Tune in again Sunday night at 10:30 for another edition of 25 Hot Country Cafe.
For over 2 decades, I've come to Allen Samuels shop, especially for trucks, because I've been very satisfied with the performance of those trucks. I think the strengths of Allen Samuels is obviously in their customer service and obviously taking care of your vehicle after the sale.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Back live at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. It is Thursday, a little throwback Thursday clip there from Hot Country Cafe. Hey, I want to talk to you about Patient First Direct Primary Care. They're good folks over there where they put the patient first. Of course, that says it all right there in their name. Whether you want to see Dr. Allison or the PA is Mark Roberts, you want to get in right now, you know, I've said it over and over, upper respiratory is going around. A lot of stomach flu, too, is popping up around. You got a problem, you want to get in quick, you want to be treated, number one, well, check out my friends at Patient First Direct Primary Care. Highway 84 over in the Badger Ranch area. It's Suite 102. Here's the number to make an appointment, 863-8741, 863-8741, or online, patientfirstdirect.com. Go check them out. Good sponsors. All right, James Hollingsworth is our musical guest today at the Backyard. Let's do another song, James.
All right. I figured I'd lead us out with a song that I started on radio a couple years back. It's the first thing I ever got recorded, a music video with it.
Oh, nice.
And then, yeah, I put it on the radio, and it went pretty far, and that was my first step. This is Upon My Brim. I sit alone with you on my mind as you dance around me in halftime. I've nothing to add, but much to gain. Well, I would love to hold the real you all the same. Yet here I sit, smoking cigarettes. Honey, watch that smoke dance up on my brim. I know, idle feet don't win no game. When I think of someone else holding you, it brings my heart pain. And that just ain't fair, but I love you so. And I know that I could prove that to you and some more. Yet here I sit, smoking cigarettes. Honey, watch that smoke dance up on my brim. Well, I'm in for heartache, I'm in for pain, I'm in for whatever it takes for you to know my last name. This ain't the first time I know, but I wish that I was man enough to tell you once more. Yet here I sit, smoking cigarettes. Honey, watch the smoke dance up on my brim. Up on my brim. Well, now here
here we go across the floor. This is what you're waiting for. Say something to make her stay. Don't forget, don't be yourself. Breathe a little, I heard it helps. Don't forget to say your lines. And ask her to dance if she feels inclined. Yet here I sit, smoking cigarettes, wasting my chance, watching that smoke dance upon my brim.
Very nice. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm looking over at Kevin. Are we going to do sports right here, Kevin?
We sure can.
Can we do
Cam
sports?
is
Are you a
on,
sport guy? Do you get into any sports?
I catch them during the holidays.
Yeah.
I was hearing you talk about kickers earlier. So.
Did you play sports in school?
I did. I played, basketball when I was younger, but football varsity when I was in high school.
Right. What position?
I was fullback at the beginning of high school, and then I went to left guard. I was middle linebacker, outside linebacker, and nose guard as well.
But you didn't kick.
No, but I know the power of a kicker. I was talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
To me, it seems this year from the games I've caught that a good kicker and a bad kicker it seems every game it comes down to whether you got one or not. So
You're so right. But who would have ever thought, James, that a kicker would ask $10 million to play?
Oh, I'd just be lucky to wear the shirt, show up to the game.
That's it. Well, who was it? The guy, the movie played for Philadelphia. Guy, he was a walk-on. All he wanted to play.
Yeah, the movie Invincible.
Mark Wahlberg in it, right?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
Jimmy.
What was his name? But that kind of reminds me of what
Cam
you just
will probably know. Here we go. Cam's like, I know.
Cam,
Vince Papale, Invincible.
Yeah, Invincible. And what was the player's name?
Vince Papale.
See, I knew there was a V in there and a alley of some kind.
Boom, right there. That was a great, that movie. And, of course, the movie from Notre Dame and...
Oh, Rudy.
Yeah, great movie.
You ready? I've heard that the two most influential scenes in that movie with the jerseys and the chanting, actually, neither one of those actually happened.
You just spoiled it for everybody, Kevin.
I'm just going to put that out of my mind.
Based on a true story,
But
emphasis on based.
Sure. All right, I'm gonna ask everybody and start with James. Favorite sports movie of all time?
We Are the Titans. Remember the Titans?
Oh yeah, great one.
Mm-hmm.
Cam?
Oh man, you're gonna make me pick just one, dude. Oh. I'm gonna go with Slapshot.
Great movie. Oh my gosh.
49 years ago yesterday.
Kevin?
Well, I would love to go Hoosiers, but I'll go also another basketball movie, Glory Road, and kind of blend Remember the Titans and Hoosiers together.
I'm gonna
Underrated.
go way outside the box that you would know, Raging Bull.
All right. Yeah, okay.
Take that.
A little De Niro.
He really transformed himself in that movie a lot, to play that part. Anyway, okay, enough about movies. Cam, what's going on, buddy?
Hey guys, how's it going here?
We were just talking earlier. I was watching Pardon the Interruption yesterday, and Mike said he sided with Jerry Jones. He said, do not pay him $10 million. He says kickers are a dime a dozen. That was his words. Is he a dime a dozen, or is he worth $10 million?
Somewhere in between, I think. I don't think Brandon Aubrey's a dime a dozen. I think I understand the point of hey, most teams could get a good, effective kicker with how good these guys are these days. Every team's got someone who can hit over 50. Brandon Aubrey can hit over 60. That's a different deal. So I don't think he's worth $10 million, but I don't think he's a dime a dozen.
Let's go 8.25.
I'll take that.
I would say the $10 million is probably a negotiation tactic.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Sure, he'd love 8.25.
Yeah.
I just wish I was an agent and had him. What do you? How much you get out of that? 10% or something?
At least, yeah.
Whew, Lord. All right, what's coming up today on the Pete Sousa Show?
So we are getting unfiltered. We gave you a bit of the Jay Wright Villanova interview the other day. Today is the full interview. Going to take you through his days in Vegas. People often forget that he was an assistant coach at UNLV, all the way up to Villanova, and then how he built them into a dynasty. So this is great stuff because also Pete's family has kind of a relationship with Coach Wright. So there's some great kind of behind the scenes stuff in there.
Nice. Very good. All right, that's coming up at 10 o'clock. Anything else happening in sports that you want to just throw at it?
Well, for me personally, Zach, hockey's back, which I love. Like the NHL is back. And shameless plug here for the network, the Wicked Boston Show with Cam Stewart has its first live remote today at the Blackmore Bar and Kitchen in Charlestown, Mass. So I know there's a great contingent of Zack Owen listeners in that area. So you guys can pop on over today, 5 o'clock.
I'm surprised you can even get out of your house right now.
It's difficult. It took a couple of shifts to dig the car out. Like, no joke. It took 2 or 3 shifts out there.
I saw yesterday, and I can't recall the town, but they had a terrible fire, and the house burnt down, and the houses on either side also burnt. But the mayor was on the news going, you people out there, y'all need to get out. It's your job to shovel around the fire hydrants. And I'm going, what? It's your job to? Anyway, must be one of them there liberal mayors up there.
You got a few of them.
Yeah, just 2 or 3. All right, thanks a lot, Cam. We'll talk to you for a Friday show tomorrow. Get those people in Boston fired up about the Zack Owen Show.
Woo! Will do. See you guys.
They don't have music like this in Boston.
They do not.
No. Like James. James Hollingsworth is here from beautiful West. And James, let's do another song, buddy.
I got you one. Let's see here. Said something about how they don't have these songs up there. Here's a song that I wrote, say about a month or so ago, called Progress. I don't need your progress. I can handle my shame. All I've got is what I've got and the words that carry on my name. But I've worked hard to get here. Walked through the mud and the ground. Am I where you think I ought to be? Will someone come and shed some light? Well, I don't need your progress, and I handle my shame. And all I've got is what I've got and the words that carry on my name. So I don't ask where the cold wind blows, and I sing songs that you don't know. But if you can't see it or feel it, is it real or only in my soul? So I don't need your progress. You could do with some shame. 'Cause I'm just a man and all I got are the words that carry on my name. But all I need is someone to love me, like some mama
mama's singing to her baby so that they can sleep. I don't need your progress. You ain't got no shame, but I got something you can break, something you can fake, something you won't take from me.
Wow. I like that one.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, when is your birthday?
February 5th.
So you just had the big, what number?
I just turned 27.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a youngster. 27.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know it. It's the lime and the concrete that gets me.
Well, it's time to do some birthdays, and we're going to start out with some celebrities today. We're going to start from 19 and 22. Is that right? Holy cow, I didn't realize that. I was guessing in the 30s. Oh, it is. I'm sorry, I messed it up. 1932. I was going to say 22. 1932, Johnny Cash was born, country music legend, 32. 1943, Bill Duke. He's an actor. He was in Commando, X-Men, etc., and Predator, by the way. 1958, Greg German? German. How do you know it's a Ger and a G? He's an actor, Ally McBeal, Grey's Anatomy, Talladega Nights. 1973, Marshall Faulk, NFL, great running back. 1985, Shiloh Fernandez. Don't know that one. Riding Hood, Evil Dead, Jericho.
Mm-hmm. He's kind of up and coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Shiloh. Happy birthday. 1986, Teresa Palmer, an Australian actress, was in Warm Bodies, Hacksaw Ridge, which I like that movie, Discovery of Witches. 1993, Taylor Dooley, actress. God, there's so many actors and actresses that
she was Lava Girl.
The what?
She was Lava Girl.
I didn't watch that show.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine you would.
The Lava Girl.
Yep.
Okay. Local birthdays today. Happy birthday goes out to Omar Santiago. Happy birthday, Omar. Cody Sulak. Happy birthday to Trey Metz. Misty Havela. Chris Novinska. Could be Novinsky, but I'm going to go with Novinska. Hector Sabido. Hector is a friend of mine. He's a sales manager over, I talk about everybody listen to The Bull, which is a really good country station in town, 107.9 The Bull. Hector is their sales manager over there. Happy birthday, Hector. Rhonda Trest, Randa Rice, Brandy Renee, Melissa Farney, Kaylee Dennard, Rosie Lopez, John Richards having a birthday today. Happy birthday. Have a great day. Make it a special day. All right. I want to talk to you about my morning show sponsor. That's Universal Windows Direct. If you have a problem where you beat up the wall trying to get that new and it's all messed up, you can call my friend that was just on the show a while ago. He'll take care of that.
Right. But if you blow a hole in your window. I don't think Brad could fix that. But anyway, call my friends over at the premium window place, and that's Universal Windows Direct. Windows are so important, especially in today's technology. You think back to when you were little, you went to grandma's house or great grandparents' house, and it was windows made of wood. Woo! You need to move on. Go with today's technology. Going to save you on your utility bill. Call them today. Check them out online and get all the information. Universal Windows, CentralTexas.com. Universal Windows, CentralTexas.com. Universal Windows Direct, commercial break time, and then we'll come back, and we're going to wrap it up with one more song
from James Hollingsworth, so stick around. Elite Steel and Supply. At Elite Steel and Supply, they cut out the middleman to efficiently manufacture and deliver metal buildings and metal roofing. Elite's expert team has helped contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers bring their projects to life with fewer hassles and headaches. Elite's bulletproof processes ensure you get straightforward design plans, premium materials, and faster turnaround times. Call them at 254-435-4801. That's Elite Steel and Supply. Back live at the Backyard Bar Stage and Grill. Big thanks to my friend Brad Strickland, Patch Masters, for being on the show earlier this morning. On tomorrow's get-together, the Roof Company is going to be here. That's Aaron and Austin Montgomery. We'll talk about your roof, about that. And also tomorrow, Jen Ford is going to be here to sing some music in the 9 o'clock hour. We got James Hollingsworth today. James, you got anything you want to mention that you're going to be playing at?
Yes, sir. On the 13th of this next month, I'm going to be going to the Boxcar in Dallas, just south of Dallas, off of Bear Creek Road.
Yeah.
We're going to be playing there, and also at the end of that month and the beginning of the next one, second, and I can't remember the weekend before the second, but we're going to be playing Oasis and Texas Music Cafe here in Waco.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to be floating around. I think we've already got through the summer a whole slew of shows, including going to Fredericksburg to play the Hocha.
I love it down there.
Not Hochas.
And they can find all this information, social media?
Social media, a little bit easier if you go to jameshollingsworthmusic.com, because not only can you also see the schedule, but you can see any song, where to find it, and all the socials, just one click away.
Sounds great. James, thank you, buddy. You do a great job. Love your music. Let's end it out. One more song. Miss you, Jim. We'll see you on a Friday show. James Hollingsworth going to take us out.
This particular tune right here, I figured I'd play this because this will be the only opportunity for you to get it. We do have an album that you can readily look at. Officially releases on the 6th. Here we go.
Well, I lost my mind some time ago, but it's doing fine. So I've been told, well, it still calls me when it gets in a bind. Like when we can't remember names of people we meet who stop me and talk to me out in the street, 'cause they like my style. Know all the while I'm an ordinary man. Lord, see who I am. I love to pass the time. I don't get no dang what rich folk like. Though in the limelight I try to drown my demons, but the fools can swim. You learn to love the high when you never win. So pardon if I lose my mind from time to time, from time to time. Oh, well, I know I could be happy if I could change my ways. I get knocked out, drug out for a couple of days. You know, I'll write a tune. Yes, Mama, I'll be along soon. Though every dime I make to people I know, it's more than I can make from playing one show. So count off the band. I hope they'll understand. I'm an ordinary man. Lord, see who I am. I love to pass the time. I don't give no dang what rich folk like. Though in the limelight I try to drown my demons, but the fools can swim. You learn to love the high when you never win. So pardon if I lose my mind from time to time.